Ben here from Corner Flag Games, and welcome back to episode number 4 of the Western United Mini Road to Glory Career Mode. So guys, I apologise in advance right now if you can hear the massive wind noises going on in the background. I'll do my best to make sure that they are out of the episode with a bit of fancy trickery in post-editing, but I'll do my best. Apologies if you do hear the rumbles and crashings in the background. So, things are going to be a little bit different in today's episode, so what we will do is jump across into the calendar to see what games we have on offer in today's episode. Now, in today's episode, will be a little bit different to make sure that we get through every team in the A-League on screen in an actual physically played game. There will be 5 games in this episode today. 3 will be simulated and 2 will be played. So the first one will be simulated against Wellington Phoenix because we've already played them once. So the first played game and the second game overall will be a home game against Brisbane Roar in January on the 3rd. So we'll make sure we play that one. The next 2 games between Sydney FC and Melbourne Victory will both be simulated games as we have played those on screen. So we will simulate basically straight through those, and then we will come back and play the last game for the episode, and that will be away at the new Bankwest Stadium against the Western Sydney Wanderers. So what I'll do now is I'll make sure that the team is up and ready to go for this game against Wellington Phoenix, and I'll see you when we're about to get into it. Alright guys, so the squads have now been picked as we go into this away clash at the Cake Tin against Wellington Phoenix as Mark Redan returns to New Zealand facing his former side. As we said, it will be a simulated game, and at full time it does finish in a 0-0 draw against the Phoenix. Okay guys, so moving into today's second game and also the first played game of this episode, we move now back to Wyndham Stadium at home where we will face the Brisbane Roar. So guys, without further ado, let's get into this match. Alrighty lads, so here we are in the first game played of this episode. It will be at the Wyndham Stadium as we face off against the Brisbane Roar. So here is the Western United lineup with one change. It will be Philip Curto in goal, a back four of Omar Gabar, Dang, Martins and Voyitsa. Figueroa and Chapman will hold up with the defensive midfield with 2 attacking midfielders in Kone and Diamante, Zua and Barisha up front as the strikers. Here is the opposing Brisbane Roar lineup, and they will line up with Jamie Young in goal, a back four of Neville, Pepper, Aldred, and Connor O'Toole. 5 in the midfield with Amadi Holloway, O'Shea, Mork, O'Neill, and Inman, and Dylan Wenzel-Halls up front as the striker. And it will be the lads from Western United to get things started in this game. So on to victory once more. We're going to look to push ourselves for another goal, another couple of goals in this one after that disappointing draw against Wellington Phoenix. As we say it up, we've got good build-up play. It is Ivan Voyitsa who's come in on the left-hand side to sort of replace Omar Gabar, who's shifted now out to the right. And we will get ourselves a free kick very early on. 5 minutes in to Thomas Deng. Trying to go wide here. Chapman elects to go all the way out to Kone on that inside. Manages to get a fake shot off and in the way. He's running across the face of the box, and oh my god, he absolutely smacks it. I don't know whether that took a touch off the keeper or not. We'll see it again on the replay. Oh, that's just inches above the crossbar. The best chance so far of the game for Western United. As it goes all the way through. We'll get this one all the way out. No, Zua with a very slack through ball. But Chapman does manage to cut out through an interception. Can we get this one out wide to Figueroa? We do. Back on the inside. He's laid it up well. And Chapman takes the strike on the run. And 33 minutes in, sees us grab the first goal of the game. It's another defensive midfielder who manages to take the reins over. It is Chapman. So as you can see here on the replay, he manages to play that ball out wide. A cheeky touch, back heel in by Gabar, sets up Chapman once more as he continues his run all the way through. Perfectly timed ball, and he just puts his laces through it low and hard, and Jamie Young cannot get down to it. And the goal does come to Connor Chapman. That makes it 2 goals for him in the A-League now. So at the 30-minute mark, it is the boys of Western United to go 1 goal up against a very lackluster Brisbane. Nothing to come away from it as O'Neill gets through. It's 3-on-1 now. Stefan Mort, we're getting numbers back. He's forced to go backwards. There's the early cross. Figueroa not with a great header out. And not with a second ball out that's any decent either. It's camped out on the edge of the area. O'Neill plays one through. And Wenzel Hall manages to get one in. Stoppage time in the first half. He manages to put it low in the corner past Philip Kurtso. Some very slack defending by the Western United lads. And here is the replay from the very poor getting rid of the ball clearance by Figueroa as they managed to work it in behind our line in close space into Dylan Wenzel Hall, who just puts it away, tucked in the corner. And that goal does come to Dylan Wenzel Hall. It's his first goal in the A-League. Apologies if you lads can hear the now rain that's going on outside as well. I'm battling the elements here today, recording, but that will do us leading into the halftime break as the boys wander themselves over to the shed. It took us a little bit to get there, trying to break down that five-man midfield of Brisbane, but they clawed one back late in stoppage time, and as we roll into the sheds, it will be Western United 1, Brisbane Roar 1. Ladies and gents, here at the Matchbacks, as we roll into the halftime break, it will be for Western United 1 goal, 4 shots, 2 on target, with a shooting accuracy of 50%. To Brisbane Roars, 1 goal, 2 shots, 1 on target with a shooting accuracy of 50%. We are beating them out in the passing accuracy stakes. They've got 71% to our 84%, and we just edged the possession with an extra 6% with 56 to us and 44 to the Brisbane Roar. So guys, without further ado, we're just going to smash straight on with this second half. And I don't know if you guys can hear us as Brisbane kick us off for the second half, but there is a torrential rainstorm going on outside, and it's making it very difficult to be able to even hear myself at the moment as we give the ball away to Amadi Holloway. O'Shea camped out, has to look for a sideways pass to Jacob Pepper as he gives it in to Bezat Barisha, looking for that run of Zua. Can we find it? Does he have the pace to get past the defenders? He gets tackled in the box. He's still going to manage to hold on. Oh, and it's fallen to Figueroa. It wasn't meant to go to him, but it's the defensive midfielders who are coming up clutch in this game, being in the right place at the right time. He was that high up the pitch, he would have had a nosebleed. So as you can see here on the replay, Zua just not quick enough. Managed to get the tackle. That one was meant to go to the back stick to the number 8, which is Kone. But it does manage to fall precisely to Figueroa, managing to keep himself onside, just taps it. And Jamie Young beaten to the punch as it nestles in. And that goal does come to Figueroa, the other defensive midfielder. It's 2 goals now in the A-League for him. It will be Brisbane who kick things off. So it's taken us a couple of minutes into the second half to get things up and running again. But we are comfortable in our possession so far. A mistake at the back by Brisbane gifts us basically another goal. Very scrappy defensive performances so far in today's game as we get one down the line for Diamante, who manages to fake shot and bring himself in a bit of space. Can he launch one off? He does as he hits Jamie Young straight in the chest. Barisha will manage to pick things up as we try and get one over the back once more. Gabar gets tackled by Inman on the outset of the box, and they will clear it away as we play out from the back. Tiago Martins. Gabar tries to ball roll his man. He does manage to do it. Zua. It's a heavy touch, but he's managed to do it. Can we find Barisha? It is Bezat Barisha! And he smacked it into the back of the net, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't think that through ball was going to end up getting to him. The defender tracking Bezat Barisha back. Did look like he was going to get in the way, but Zua squeezed it through. As you can see here now on the replay, Zua, it's a comfortable ball right in front of him. But it is absolutely fantastic. And calmly, the clutch man does manage to put that one past Jamie Young. And the goal does come to Bezat Barisha in the 72nd minute. 7 goals now in the A-League. And in saying that, we will make all 3 of our substitutions after that goal. Bezat Barisha will be coming off for Scott McDonald. Connor Payne coming in at left back for Ivan Vojica. And we have also made another change which escapes me. I think it's a wide man. Diamante. Not Diamante, sorry. Kone will come off as we bring on Danny De Silva. In the end, Inman as he starts coming down the line. Inside ball to O'Neill. Tricky feed on him. O'Shea 1-2ing. All the way through, just looking for that penetrating pass, and they've sort of found it now. They're forced to bring men forward. O'Donovan takes the strike, and it's wide. Didn't even have to trouble Kurto. Just easily finding the right sort of passes here. McDonald gets one through to Chapman. Can he pull off a second one? He's ball rolled his man and he smacked it into the back of the net. 86 minutes, lads. It is 4-1. The defensive midfielder's getting a bag full. So here it is again on the replay. Scotty McDonald with his hold-up play manages to get inside. Finds Connor Chapman. Ball rolls the defender. Makes him look silly. And just finds the space. Puts it on his peg. And there we have it, lads. The defensive midfielders doing the attacking midfielder's job. And it will be Connor Chapman to pick up a brace in this game and 3 in the A-League altogether. And it is a very poor showing from a very strong Brisbane Roar side. They're all bark and no bite as we kick things off for what remains of this second half. We're going to try and get this one out over the top to find Danny De Silva. And he does manage to put it on his foot. He's going to have to do a bit of trickery to get past Scotty Neville. Tries to pull one back. Can he get a decent cross off? And he does. Nobody's there. Gabar takes the strike. And what a strike it was. Figueroa falls to O'Neill, but 5 minutes of extra time will do us, lads. We walk away with the W in this game against a very strong Brisbane Roar outfit. They tried to cramp us in the midfield. We just managed to get away from them. There was some squeaky bum moments. But after 90 minutes here at the Fortress, it is Western United 4, Brisbane Roar 1. Okay, lads, so here is the match facts after our 90 minutes against the Brisbane Roar. So we come out better in the second half, finish things up with 4 goals, 9 shots, 6 on target with a shooting accuracy of 66%. To Brisbane's very respectable 1 goal, 4 shots, 2 on target with a shooting accuracy of 50%. They did raise their passing accuracy from the 75 that they were at to an 82. And we finish up with 84%. And they did claw back possession too, with us finishing up with 52% to Brisbane's 48%. Alrighty guys, so we move into today's third game, and it is a game against Sydney FC on the 14th of January. This will be an away game. It'll also be a simulator game. We'll also have the backup brigade in place for this one. I do expect a loss, and we do get it. The loss, that is, with Lafon Barbarousse scoring for Sydney, and Payne scoring for us in the 4th minute. That will probably drop us down now to 2nd place. So we will now move into the next game of this episode. This will be game number 4, and it is a game at home against the Melbourne Victory. It is a Melbourne derby. It will be simulated. We will bring out our first team. Hopefully we can get the W, and it is a 1-1 draw in the end. Okay guys, so we move into the 5th game of today's episode, and it will be the final game of this episode. We are away at the Bankwest Stadium against the Western Sydney Wanderers. So guys, without further ado, let's get into it. Okay guys, so here we are away and on the road in the new Bankwest Stadium in Western Sydney as we face off against Western Sydney Wanderers. So here is the Western Sydney Wanderers lineup. It will be Nick Sermon in goal, a back 5 of Kamau, Ziegler, Merikadatis, German, and Georgievski. 3 in the midfield in Bacchus, Majewski, and Schwigler, and Meyer and Demhaj up front. Here is the Western United lineup. It will be Philip Kurto in goal, a back 4 of Gabar, Deng, Martins, and Vujitsa. Chapman and Figueroa will hold up the defensive midfield with our attacking midfielders as Kone and Diamanti, and Zua and Berisha up front as the strike force. And it will be Western Sydney Wanderers to kick us off in their brand new stadium. I do have the naming of this stadium wrong because I'd done it at a time before I knew what the name was, but that's okay. We'll just continue on without that fact. It is Diamanti waiting for that run to come down the line from Gabar, playing on his preferred right-hand side. Zua gets a head onto it. Nick Sermon, though, manages to pick up the strike. Straight into Tommy Deng, who's playing a little bit higher than normal. Zua waiting for that layoff. Can we find Figueroa? It is Berisha. Can he get to it? No, Sermon has comfortable hands on that one. Winning the header, but giving it completely away. Meyer do manage to win the touch off it. Going out wide to Kone. Kone's going to be caught, though. Goes inside to Chapman. Chapman lays it back for Berisha! Takes the strike from range, but it's nowhere near close to a goal. Coming down the right side now. Bruce come out. You know he's got some tricky footwork. Tries to knock it in past it, but Chapman's sort of there. Waiting to get a touch on it. Chapman does win out. Into Vujitsa, but gives it back to the Western Sydney Wanderers. It is Meyer who takes the strike. Philip Kurto palms it round the post. They will get a corner out of it, though. It's a very dangerous shot. The shot comes in from the captain, Alex Meyer. And Kurto, comfortable hands, seen it at the last minute. They try and lock one in. Figueroa does win the ball on through to Kone, but it won't be enough time for Borussia to turn and get onto it because that will do it for the first half. It was end-to-end football. Probably not going to be very many highlights to speak of in the first half. And as we roll in at the halftime break, it is Western Sydney Wanderers 0, Western United 0. So, lads, here are the match facts at the halftime break. So, for Western Sydney, it will be 0 goals, 1 shot, 1 on target with a shooting accuracy of 100%. To Western United's 0 goals, or 2 shots, 1 on target with a shooting accuracy of 50%. They are beating us in the passing accuracy as very low at 72%, and theirs at 78%. And they are holding the possession ever so slightly with 53% to our 47%. So, guys, without further ado, we're just going to get straight in to this second half. And as we kick things off for the second half, the lads of Western United, we've made ourselves a formation change and a substitution, taking off Borussia and reverting our play to a 4-1-4-1 formation. Zua will be up front by himself, just trying to cramp that midfield and push things a little bit further forward as Diamante gets up here on this far side. Can we flick that one through? No, the pass has not made its intended target, just trying to cramp that midfield. Connor Chapman will break through into the centre of the midfield as well. As we move as well, not Diamante. Figueroa will be our holding defensive midfielder so far as we get this one down the line to De Silva, who has come on for Bezat Borussia. And Ziegler completely, absolutely muscles him out. And we will stream forward with Figueroa. And if we can find Danny De Silva, he gets tripped up on the way through, but it's not going to matter. We get that one into Figueroa. Can he lay it back? Oh, he was just running a little bit too fast for us to get it back. They try and flick one on down the line through Alex Meyer, who's dead on his feet. They've got one in at the back stick. Kurto gets to it. Volyitsa will clear and smash it forward, waiting for Zua. It's a heavy touch, but he'll lay it out wide. Diamante just waiting for some support, if we can find it. And it's come through Kone. We'll have to track back and wait for Diamante to come through. Tries to get the pass through. I think just things are just a bit too tight for us. Diamante on the inside. It's Figueroa. Can he find a ball? It is Kone! Kone, in the 86th minute, manages to bag the first goal of the game. It's been tough. It has been a slog. The change in formation birthed us so much more out wide. But in the end, just driving through their defense will do the job for us as he manages to find a bit of gap between that five-man defense, pushing those extra numbers forward. And he gets it past Nick Sermon, who's had a great gaming goal for Western Sydney. And the goal does come to that man there, Kone. It's his 10 goals now in the A-League this season. And Western Sydney Wanderers will kick us off with not a lot of time to go. So, it's been a tough slog in this one, lads, but it looks like they're just going to retain possession, hold out for the last couple of minutes, try and bang it across. Deng is there, though. Can we get that one out wide? Or are they going to catch us? De Silva, still on fresh legs. It won't be enough, though, because after the 2 minutes of stoppage time, we do come out with a narrow victory. It is a rough stadium to travel to, Bankwest, as Western Sydney have made it their fortress. But in the end, we managed to scrape one through. Hopefully that might push us back to the top of the table. And at the end of 90 minutes, it does finish Western Sydney Wanderers 0, Western United 1. So, ladies and gents, here are the match facts as they ended up at the end of the 90 minutes. So, for Western Sydney, it will be a no goals, 2 shots, 1 on target with a shooting accuracy of 50%. To Western United, 1 goal, 3 shots, 2 on target with a shooting accuracy of 66%. Passing accuracy was raised up by both sides, us finishing on 81% to Western Sydney's 82%. We did claw the possession back, only by just a fraction, with 51% finishing with us, 49 to Western Sydney Wanderers. Okay, guys, so that about wraps things up for this episode. Yes, it was a bit bumper, but I wanted to make sure that we got to see every single team in the A-League in this first season, which makes things rather difficult, but we will move right on. So, with that in mind, thank you very much for watching, guys. Be sure to give the video a like if you enjoyed it, and leave your comments and feedback down below. Don't forget to smack that subscribe button if you haven't already, and tick the little notification bell to be notified every time I upload a video. For all those that aren't aware, please jump on and join in all the fun and in all the banter on the official Corner Flag Games Discord channel. Links will be on screen and in the description below. And for all those that aren't aware, we are doing some live stream series now. It is subscriber-based career mode, both on YouTube and on Twitch. So make sure you are following on my Twitch, and make sure that you are subscribed to the YouTube, and tick the notification bell to get the notifications for when we go live. Links for that will be on screen and in the description below. And I'll be back with the next episode of the Western United Mini Road to Glory career mode very, very soon.
Oh yeah, everybody now.